What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. Today, I have an OU match. This one's against Alex, and this took place at my last stream. I decided to kind of switch up the tiers a little bit. I've been playing a lot of lower tiers, so I figured, you know what, I'm gonna hop back into OU and see how I can do with that. I haven't played OU in like fucking 25 fortnights, so, you know, we'll see how this goes. Anyways, I decided to lead off with Pinsir as he leads off with Beedrill. So, we both got our badass Mega Bugs out here, and Pinsir is going to Mega Evolve as the Beedrill is as well. On this first turn here, I actually decided to lead off with Pinsir because I knew that I would be able to outspeed a Beedrill and maybe be able to one-hit KO with Earthquake or something like that, and, you know, not really take too much damage from a U-turn. So he actually Mega Evolves. He, in fact, does not go for the Protect on the first turn, so he actually does not get the Speed Boost, and that allows me to actually outspeed. I'm able to hit it with an Earthquake, and that is a dead Beedrill. So we saw who the better bug was today. Mega Pinsir is fucking badass. I haven't used this thing in forever, but I'm already loving it. First turn, just killing shit, so that's cool. He brings out a Victini. Now I'm expecting it to maybe be Scarfed or something, the reason why he would bring it in. So I decided to switch into Paul as he goes for a V-Create. Little ass Victini. He looks so much smaller than I expected. Honestly, Victini is so damn tiny. I haven't seen one of these fucking things in forever, but Paul eats that up like absolutely nothing. And yeah, Paul's freaking back. I haven't brought this guy in forever either, so I got Dickpinch and Paul on the same team. What is life? It's like a damn family reunion out here on this team, so that's pretty interesting. Also, this Paul is a female. She's the original Paul. It should be Paulina, but definitely a female Paul. Anyways, I decided to go for the pretty predictable play. I go for the Scald as he makes a good play and goes into the sunburnt ass lizard over here with the dry skin, so it's gonna soak that shit up. I like the shiny version of freaking Heliolisk. It's pretty awesome. Definitely looks sunburnt, and it's pretty funny because he's like the lizard that lays out and just, you know, catches some sun rays. Anyways, I'm gonna switch into Cradildo here as I know I can take, you know, no damage from any special attacks as he makes a good play and goes for the Volt Switch. So he is gonna get a matchup against Cradilly. Honestly, I really like this team because the Cradilly and Paul, you know, wall base is actually pretty fucking effective, especially even in overused. Honestly, I played quite a few OU matches with this team, and although I do have, you know, some lower tier stuff on it, it definitely does still do some work. Anyways, so he decides to go into the Victini. On this turn, I actually left in Cradilly for a reason. I knew that he would probably expect me to switch into Paul, which would be the obvious play, so I actually stayed in here. And this allows me a chance to set up free Stealth Rock, so that's awesome. The U-turn does about half to Cradilly, and it would have, you know, not done too much to Paul overall, but at least, you know, Cradilly is able to eat up that U-turn, and the Victini almost got me there. But now he brings out the Hydreigon as he goes for a Draco Meteor. I'm going to see if I can be able to tank this. I know I'm especially defensive as shit, and I actually do live that with 32 HP. Overall, not that bad, as I'm able to land a Toxic on this thing. I could have gone for the Recover there, which would probably have been the ideal optimal play, but, you know, getting a Toxic on this thing's not too bad either. So the three-headed dragon is chilling at -2 special attacks. This thing's no longer as scary as it should be, and that's some pretty good news. Here, I decided to leave Cradilly, and I'm like, you know, maybe there's a chance I can live another Draco Meteor. At -2, I should have a chance. So I left Cradilly in. I actually do end up living that with 2 HP, and holy shit, I still can't believe that Cradilly's NU. Like, what is the reasoning behind this? He's definitely holding his own here in overuse. So I go for the Recover, get a lot of health back, and that is a great success on Cradilly's part. I honestly kind of didn't expect to live that, but I knew there was, you know, a little bit of a chance. He may have gotten minimum damage, but I'm just overall stoked that I was able to live that. And the Toxic's starting to build up on this thing. He knows he has to switch out, because obviously at this point he has no special attack to hurt me at all. And he is going to switch back into the little lizard guy. So Heliolisk is, you know, kind of a threat to me because I know that they can carry Focus Blast and stuff like that. I go for a Giga Drain on the switch as it's going to hit that thing for a decent amount of damage, plus I get a little bit of health back. And then after the leftovers, Cradilly's looking like fucking $1 million over here. Honestly, did not look like I just battled against the damn Hydreigon. But he goes for the Hyper Voice here. When that thing uses Hyper Voice, it looks pretty fucking awesome. I don't know if he expected me to switch there or something, perhaps fearing the Focus Blast and then switching into something that resists it, but I just decided to stay in. I'm like, you know what, fuck it, Cradilly, we're specially defensive, we can take attacks from this thing. Cradildo's just flailing around its 8 dicks, you know, looking like a badass out here, basically absorbing Hyper Voices. He decides to go for it again, and that kind of leads me to believe that maybe this thing is like Choice Scarf or Choice Specs or something like that. I didn't do the damage calcs, but to me it looks like it might have been Choice Scarf, because Specs damage probably would have done a little bit more, but I am able to finish off the Heliolisk with one more Giga Drain, and Cradilly is still just out here just destroying shit. So that's fucking fantastic. Cradildo, you the real MVP. At this point, he's now going to bring in the Honchkrow, and this is kind of something that I don't really have a decent matchup against. I don't really want anything to take a Brave Bird. At this point, I called the audible to actually let him finish off Cradilly, as looking at the teams at this point, I honestly don't think Cradilly would have been too useful for the rest of the match. So he is going to take a lot of damage from the recoil there, which is kind of cool. He does have Moxie, but honestly I'm not too scared because at this point I can switch in, well, I actually have multiple different types of priority on this team. Well, actually two. I have Mega Pincer with Quick Attack. I also have Shipbeak Cray. I'm going to come in, get a nice little adaptability Aqua Jet that is going to finish off the Haunch Crow, so that's awesome. I have not used this Crawdon in forever either, and I forgot how awesome this thing is. I fucking love this guy. The reason why I decided to play OU was just to kind of, you know, hang out with some old buddies and stuff like that. So he's not going to bring out Hug Me, and I'm like, you know, I would rather not just get your warts and stuff like that, so I'm just going to go for the knockoff. I'm like, knock it off, you fucking weird, gross toad. So the knockoff does a lot of damage. It almost actually takes it out as he goes for the Scald. I'm basically just hoping he does not get the burn. I'm like, no burn, please. And he does not get it. So I was like, fuck yeah, for once catching a break on a Scald, as one more knockoff is going to take out the Seismitoad. I did have Grass Knot on Paul for that thing, so I wasn't really too worried about it. A lot of people don't expect my Paul to run Grass Knot, but it's kind of for reasons like that, I guess. I don't know. I gotta get some new Paul sets anyways, but at this point he brings back up the three-headed dragon. As I'm predicting the dragon move, obviously I'm gonna switch into my Clefable here, as he does go for the Draco Meteor, so I definitely resist that. I know that these things do carry Flash Cannon a lot of the time, but with Clefable at full health, I'm pretty specially defensive, so I'm gonna be able to take that. He does go for the Flash Cannon, and that is going to do a lot of damage, but Chewed Gum's like, you know, not today, motherfucker. Does a little over half, as I'm going to throw the freaking moon at this thing's 3 faces. So that would definitely hurt. Got like 6 black eyes, so that's cool. Anyways, he is going to go down, as Clefable's going to eat some leftovers over here, which is going to bring me up above half. So that is pretty awesome. So I believe now all he has left is the Victini, which is not too bad because I do still have Crawdont, which I can finish off with an Aqua Jet. So he does bring it out. He's going to go for a Bolt Strike. Actually, maybe he expected me to switch into Paul or something. The Bolt Strike is going to hit Clefable. Luckily, I am able to live that because it's not Stab, and I'm able to hit it with a Moon Blast. So I'm just throwing, you know, throwing a couple moons around here, as it's not going to do very much damage at all. But at this point, I'm basically just going to fodder out Clefable, so that way I can just bring in a priority move and be able to finish off the match. So one more Bolt Strike is going to take out Chewed Gum. I don't know why this thing's named Chewed Gum. Honestly, the first thing I saw when I looked at it just looked like a wad of gum, and I was like, that looks like some fucking chewed gum. I don't know, I nicknamed that thing a long time ago. But anyways, now I'm able to bring in Crawdont. One more Aqua Jet is going to finish off the match, and that was a pretty interesting one. I like playing against OU teams that are not completely just OU horde as fuck, because a lot of the times you'll just get Wash Rotoms, Talonflames, and just all sorts of annoying shit, but OUs can be fun sometimes, honestly. Let me know if you guys would like to see me play more higher tiers and stuff like that. I might even experiment with Ubers and stuff, just because I want to switch it up. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. If you could hit that thumbs up button, it would definitely help support, and I will see you guys later. Peace.